Hey everybody, welcome back to Sports Central. Mark Jackson along with the king of comedy, Mr. Neal Duncan, sitting to my right, to your left on your television screen, or computer screen, if you will.
Yeah, this segment, second segment. Some great footage there, first of all. And
That was
looking
awesome.
forward, we'd love to get that here in Polk County, but this segment brought to us by Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, downtown Lakeland.
I didn't know that we even had a team. That's just awesome.
Yeah, two team, men and women's teams, so it's good stuff. Both qualifying, so very talented. You can sleep good at night knowing that we have high-performing firefighters right here in Polk County.
Great stuff, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely great stuff. Well, speaking of great stuff, one of those things you've seen on the Food Network, the other network, and a number of other things, food trucks. We've seen them around Polk County a little bit. You're about to see a lot of it. In fact, we have Food Truck Wars coming in September 14th. Yes, that's just a few days away, everybody. This is going to be exciting. It's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be in Winter Haven. Two of the best to talk to us about it, Liz Rivera Otts, OTTS. TTS, I got that right. And Mr. T. Michael Stavres, director of all sorts of stuff in the city of Winter Haven. It just changes on a daily basis depending on what hat he's wearing, but a great operation. And wow, Liz, this is unbelievable. This is coming to Polk County, coming to Winter Haven. How many trucks?
There's going to be 45 trucks.
Wow.
And if you haven't been to a food truck rally, tell us, let's act like we haven't. Mark and I have, but act like we haven't. What is the event, and what do participants see, and what do they do?
There's going to be 45 food trucks. I believe we have 7 dessert trucks, so that makes 38
You have my
food
attention.
trucks, if my math is correct. And they are rolling restaurants. They're not just your old roach coach type food trucks, hot box type trucks. These are mobile restaurants, so they cook your food to order, for the most part. And the average pricing runs around $6 to $8, so it's very affordable. But it takes a couple minutes to cook your food because it is a restaurant. And it's just, there's all kinds of food. There's everything from Thai to Mexican to Latin to, oh gosh, there's just so many different cuisines. And of course we have American food as well. So there's something to fit every palate. There's vegetarian food. I believe some of them carry food that is
do some gluten-free stuff.
Gluten-free, right, exactly. That's what I was trying to think of. So, there's just about everything you can possibly imagine and dream of.
And you have a little wine and beer on the side, too, don't you? You
We
got a
do,
little wine and beer area.
Yes, we do.
And I think that's, if I heard correctly, isn't that being run by the chamber or one of the nonprofits in town?
It's actually the city and Main Street Winter Haven.
Okay.
And I believe that both of those agencies are running that together.
Well, Main Street Winter Haven did a great job, by the way, last night with date night. They had a function downtown, and no, Neal and I didn't go. I took my wife, and I'm not sure who Neal had there. Of course, T. Michael was out and about and enjoying the camaraderie and stimulating the local economy in downtown Winter Haven. But T. Michael, you've got a big job ahead of you. This is huge. 45 food trucks. You're having to block off like blocks, no pun intended, to make this thing happen. And it involves a lot of different departments. And this is going to be big for Winter Haven. It has to be.
It's a huge event for us, and actually this kind of started with LEGOLAND. Got on board with this early on and said, hey, we want to do this in Winter Haven. They had initial contacts with Liz and her folks, and it actually came to downtown because to try and do something on their property is really counterproductive of getting people in, along with all the great tourism we have coming in just for that establishment by itself.
Right.
So to look at our downtown area, and Liz has done this umpteen gazillion different times, and we were able to identify a 3-block section where we think we can get all 45 trucks in there, and create this kind of food corridor, if you would. We're expecting 20, 30,000 people to come into Winter Haven on Saturday, the 14th, in that 6-hour window. And so it's logistically, it works great. We've got a great location for it. We encourage people to carpool if they're coming down. Don't come by yourself. Bring your friends. Parking is a commodity. We do have a fantastic parking garage right on the south end of this. So 270 cars right in there, right off the bat, will fill up, and lots of surface parking around town. We've we've specifically pushed away from other events that same weekend because we want this to be the focus. A lot of folks coming into Winter Haven from outside the area. Liz has, for lack of a better word, kind of a cult following with these food trucks. That people, they see the Claw Daddies, Lobster Guys, and all those folks coming in town. They want to be a part of that. So we know we're going to have them from Tampa, Orlando, up into the Ocala area, down south of Sebring, coming to the center of Polk County. So we're excited to give these people a great weekend here, have some wonderful food and entertainment.
Well, it's an experience. If you want drive-through food, go to the drive-through.
Right.
Because it is, and there is a cult following, and it takes a few minutes, but it's about the experience. It's not about getting your food as fast as possible and going. It's, like you said, they're mobile restaurants,
Right.
and this is high-level food, so
Yes.
don't be frustrated if there's a long line for the thing you want. It's worth the wait, right?
Very much so, yes, absolutely.
Well, of course, you're probably going to have to cash a paycheck before you go stand in line for some of that lobster, and would allocate about $50 for dessert. I think that's.
What's your point?
He's saying cash a check so you can cover his tab.
I know.
as well.
Yeah. When you get done paying for that, come
Well, there's
cover my tab.
Well, then you can go to the LEGOLAND Kids area and work it off.
Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about some of the activities that are going to be
Yeah.
there, some of the
Yeah,
entertainment.
Legoland's setting up a kids area. They have a charitable program called Merlin's Magic Wand. So they're going to bring out some building experiences and some activities for kids. Band Haven, one of our favorite local musical groups, will be performing throughout the day. We mentioned we have beer and wine tents that are set up with Main Street Winter Haven in the city. The Chamber is also a very big partner in this whole product. Lots of activities going on, just through those. The food trucks, I think, by themselves are, like you said, it's a draw for the experience and the entertainment value of just seeing how some of this stuff is done. Colorful, lots of people, great social environment. Should be just a tremendous day of fun for the entire family, not just adults.
What time does it start?
We start at 2 o'clock. We actually will start, much earlier.
About
Okay.
5 a.m.
Yeah,
for anyone who would like to join.
Yeah, so anybody wants to come down and help put out some cones and start blocking off roads, but we go 2 to 8. And the other part of this that we really promote is it's not just about coming down for the food trucks, but getting to see downtown Winter Haven and the spillover of folks into our existing restaurants and our retailers. Mark, you were down there last night, a great opportunity to visit with some of those merchants, and there's some really great products down there and some fine restaurants that we have as well. So I think everybody at the end of the day wins, and that's certainly something Liz has promoted to us since day one.
Well, Nick,
Yes.
I know, Liz, you talk about how this is a family-friendly event, and that was one of the reasons that it was created, So
Yes.
if you bring the family, you don't need the iPhone to go leave them in the
Absolutely.
car.
Absolutely.
And if there's college football on, we have DVR now, so you can go home and watch it like it's live. So it's a family-friendly event, and that's one of the reasons you were trying to do that, right?
Yes, that's where it kind of, the creative part came from, because I was brought up in the military and we had block parties, and it was a great way for the family to get together, get to know your neighbors, come see everybody, even meet the mayor. The mayor will be there helping us open the event as well. So, just get out, get away from all the electronics for a little while and enjoy the family.
Just connect to reconnect, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's
We get those Sports Central guys to do live college football updates or something.
That could be Mark and Hank. I'll be in line eating.
Cashing that.
Yeah, that's right.
Liz, one of the things we want to make sure everybody can do is get more information.
Yes.
Website.
Yes, foodtruckwars.com.
Okay. Foodtruckwars.com. There you
Yes.
go. Food Truck Wars. And then just add a little .com right after it. That's
right.
Good stuff.
Come hungry.
I'm starving. I mean, you start talking about this thing, and quite frankly, I've heard nothing but good reports. I mean, the places,
Thank
other
you.
places that you have been, just like, this is crazy. You guys better be prepared.
Yes.
So September 14th, don't forget, starts at 2 o'clock, goes to 8 o'clock. You got an opportunity to take the whole family. You can visit the merchants downtown, and like T. Michael was saying, it was just fun on date night last night. Not with T. Michael, but the function.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, and just to get around to the different shops, I guarantee you're going to be surprised at what's happened in downtown Winter Haven. They have done a marvelous job down there. It was a ton of fun, so make sure you check it out. T. Michael, Liz, thank you so much for joining us. We're just a few days away. Again, it's September 14th, foodtruckwars.com. Make sure you check that out.